This is Inside Life. My name is Denge Pose, and I thank you for joining us. On Inside Life, we talk about legendary Nigerian stuff, our cultural icons and legends. And today, I'm extremely delighted to be joined by the incredible, the one, the only, the non-imitable, never to be duplicated or replicated, Baba Fryo.
Yeah.
Greetings, boss.
Much love.
Much love. Yeah. I was saying off camera that I've known of you for 30 years or thereabouts, but this is the first time that I'm meeting you. And I've been, in the media and entertainment before the last 15 years. So it's an extreme pleasure of mine to be speaking to you. How are you, sir?
I'm good. And you?
I cannot complain. I'm sure I can't complain. I can't complain. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, so I want us to have a quick conversation about a number of things, but all of them are related. You are a legend. I hope that you hear that every day. And if you do not, I'm here to tell you, as far as Nigerian music goes, some of the success that we have today is because of the work that people like you have put in. So first of all, thank you. One of the things that strike me is I came up in an era that Nigerian music was looked at as ras. If you are doing Nigerian music, nobody wants to pay attention to you. But now, everybody in the world is looking to have a little bit of Nigerian music in their sound. If a Beyonce, a Drake, an Usher can want to find that Nigerian sound to do it. So that means we are doing something right. From your perspective, what has been the thing that has attracted the world to Nigerian music now? And then we can now place it side by side by your own story and your own beginning.
And to me, Nigerian music, I think I would say it has been growing right from time. But during the time of Felix Liberty, Kuti, and Majek, Kimono, our music was accepted, but not widely accepted. Even in Nigeria, we don't play much of Nigerian music then. But when it comes to our era, we force it into people. Yes, I can proudly say that. We force it into people. That's when they stop playing much of foreign music and they concentrate on Nigerian music. I believe that was when all this started.
But for you, so talk us through your journey, coming from AJ, trying to survive from day to day, looking at music as an avenue for expression. So when you were doing music, were you doing it, or when you started doing music, were you doing music as, I want to do this music and I want to blow like Michael Jackson? Or was it something that you did out of self-expression?
Well, I would say it was something I did with self-expression. You understand? Because I love music. Music has been in me right from my childhood. When I was in boarding, I used to sing every Friday with my friends. I think then it was Temidire Secondary Boarding School.
Okay. So it's no way existing. It wasn't a private school. Was it a private school?
Yes.
Oh, so back then you went to a private boarding school.
Yeah.
How? Because even I didn't go to a private school.
I think my mother did that.
Oh, okay. So please, we'll still come back to how you started making music. But for you and I don't want to reveal your age, but if your first music came out in the early 90s, right?
Yeah.
So people can guess. But so in the 80s, you went to a private school.
Yeah.
What was it about private education that appealed to your mother?
It's private, and at the same time, we mix it up with government.
Right.
You understand? So by then, I was very stubborn, And that place, they used to straighten children's head, So they took me there. So I learned a lot. That was when I started singing, began to have, I think, a live experience and other things, That was when I started composing myself, because then, man, I was stubborn. I can pick bottles full bag and sell it. We hustle ourselves.
So,
those days.
This thing that you're saying, I remember that when I joined secondary school, I have friends that were telling me, how can you say you don't have money? You need to hustle now. And I was asking them, what do you mean hustle? And then they told me, okay, you can sell bottles, you can sell plastic, you can do baro, and all of this.
Yeah.
So that's what you were doing on a different
Yeah.
But why? Was it that there was no food to eat, or you were just bored?
Well, we use it as hustling because we can't depend on our parents. You know, they do their own and we too, we do our own. We need to hustle.
But your parents were housing you and they were feeding you.
Yes.
What did you need that your parents would not provide that you had to hustle? Or was just that a way of life?
Well, my parents are not rich. I will not say they are rich, but I think they are trying. They were trying then. But for me, as a youth coming up, I need to start to hustle myself. You understand?
Yeah.
Because they say dance will go sweet now. From beginning, you go know.
That's right.
So I have to start hustling to make money, to buy clothes and other things to fix up myself. So my parents only bought clothes for us Easter Day or Christmas Day.
Wow.
So we do the rest ourselves. But food, they do it.
They'll chop.
Yes, chop.
But so this was Ajegunle in the 70s and the 80s.
Yes.
What was life like at that time?
AJ, life is somehow, I would say, difficult. When I mean difficult, you need to hustle, you know, to do things. Like when I started music, I know how I struggled, you know. So a lot of youth in Ajegunle were into moving. That's movements.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What are they?
Sometimes we go to think and we
Right.
go to hustle. You know, why some of our guys were moving out of the country.
So you go to Tinkan Port,
Port.
right, and then you offload trailers, all of the. What was the hustling like at the time?
Yes, offload trailers, you know, and watch over some of the goods, you know. Then, if I tell you my story, I work, apart from Tinkan, I still work in a construction company. I work with the construction company, that's an Italian company in those days. We build so many houses now. This Force Road, all those buildings, at Force Road there, we build those buildings.
So this was when in the early 80s?
Early 80s, yeah.
So as a young man, you work on the construction site, and then you have one or two bottles before you go home.
No, when month end.
When month ends,
Yes,
so it's just like on a daily basis.
Yes.
So when month ends like this now, you just go and chop life small.
Yes, because I'm not the drinking type.
Oh,
understand?
Really?
So yeah.
But everybody from Ajegunle, people assume that from Ajegunle, you have a vice. You're either drinking or smoking or fighting. I'm sure that's a misconception.
No, that's a misconception. You understand? Ajegunle is nice. You know, we have mad people everywhere, not only in Ajegunle.
But your own madness is on a different level.
On a different level, because we make our own loud. You understand? That's why a whole lot of talent comes from Ajegunle.
Right.
In terms of football, music, comedy, you know, acting. You understand? So Ajegunle, the way people talk about Ajegunle, it's not the way Ajegunle is.
Back in the days, what was it about AJ that made it such a fertile ground for talent? Like you just said, a lot of music came out from Ajegunle, sports came out of Ajegunle, comedy, film. You know, Ajegunle seemed like a world on its own.
Yeah, because people are free. Children, let me say children are free to go out and play, to mingle with themselves. They are free to do so many things in those days in Ajegunle. So I think they meet with themselves, they share ideas, you know, and in those days it was like a challenge. If you're a musician, you want to do better. If you're a comedian, you want to do better. Also, footballer and other field. You understand? So the hustling got to be tight. And those days we have dancehall. We call it RDC. That's Robert Dog Chapel. That's where most Ajegunle artists used to go every Sunday. That's every Sunday from, let me say, from 4 o'clock to dawn. I think RDC is among the let me say, I will not call it a club, a dancehall, that inspired most Ajegunle artists.
So how did you make the transition from singing in your boarding house intermediary to now making...
No. Intermediary time, I was still, I think, in a primary school. So during the time of RODC, I was in secondary school then.
Right. So what was the trajectory? So as a child intermediary, I used to play around with your friends.
Yeah.
What point did you start thinking, oh, I can start to do music for myself?
I think it was when I came back from boarding. So I went to music school called Three-Face Music School.
You went to music school?
Yeah, called
Why?
Three-Face Music School.
Why?
I just feel like going.
So what were they teaching you at that music school?
Keyboard. I was learning how to play keyboard. And sometimes I used to ask my lecturer some questions. That my teacher then later went to Fela Shrine. Was teaching there too.
Wow.
Yes. So by then I wanted to sing like Bob Marley. So I tried. Then one day I called him. I said, I want to sing like Bob Marley. You see, Baba Fryo, you cannot sing like Bob Marley. Sing like yourself. I said, myself? I said, what about Fela? He said, Fela sang like himself. So that is why if you want to sing Afrobeat, you would like to sing like Fela or use Fela's voice. To sing like, okay, I don't pick it. I begin to sing like Baba Fryo. That is why some people need to copy me. I will not say somebody. To copy the kind of my song, you understand, and use the kind of my voice. You understand? So that is why I believe in the words of that teacher. As I should sing like myself. And I advise everybody to be themselves. You have to show yourself to the world, not another person. Because if you sing like Bob Marley, they will think that you are imitating Bob Marley. You are copying Bob Marley. You are not yourself. So I have to sing like myself. So I learned so many things. Every Friday, we used to host a live band outside to entertain the people. So I was testing my talent then, to see how progressive I was then, you understand? So later, we begin to go from clubs to club to entertain the people until I started doing recording.
So, I'm going to ask you this, right? We know the people that came out from Ajegunle in that era, from the late 80s to the early 90s. It seemed like Ajegunle had 1 million stars that they just wanted to put on the big stage. And we know a number of people that came out. At that time that you were emerging, as an Ajegunle act, you were recording music for yourself, who were the other artists that were coming around that time?
Coming around me?
Coming around the music scene, that period.
Well, it was, I think, we have so many of them. Some of them, they are still existing, while some of them are no more existing. Some of them fall apart. When I mean fall apart, they are no more in the music.
Yeah.
You understand? I would say a person like Bobby Joseph, there's a guy called Bobby Joseph, is the one that first featured me in the sound. Then we have Fresh, okay, and so many people, Nico Gravity. Yeah, Mighty Mouse. Yeah, they done. I think that the Fresh first came out.
That the Fresh came out?
They came out in group first.
Okay, yes.
Then that the Fresh went on his own. He came out with an album. Then Shoki came out with an album. Then I came out as Denge Pose. And I bust the place. I bust the place.
Yes, you did. But when Denge Pose came out, yes, you had mentioned these guys, Daddy Fresh, Daddy Shoki, and Baba Fryo.
I'm Nico Gravity.
And Nico Gravity.
Yeah.
Yes, Nico Gravity was almost like...
And apart from that, we still have Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
So, Mighty Mouse and Nico Gravity were like actual dancehall artists.
Yeah.
You know. By the time Daddy Fresh came out to do a little raga and then a little solo and all of that, Daddy Shoki found a way to do, you know, Nigerian pidgin and a little bit of dancehall.
Yeah.
You came out with a little bit of dancehall, but a lot of Nigerian swagger.
Yes, that's why I named it Afro Reggae Beats.
Afro Reggae Beats.
Yeah, then.
This was what you named it in 1993, 94.
90, I think, no, it should be 96.
96.
Yeah.
96. So, yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you if you were encouraged by the people that had come, you know, a little bit before you. What was the relationship between you and a Daddy Fresh or a Nico Gravity and Mighty Mouse or Daddy Shoki? Was there anything that kind of connected, outside of the fact that you all came out of Ajegunle? Was there any encouragement on that side? Say, Fryo, see as they go, such and such?
No.
No.
Yes. Apart from Mighty Mouse, I would say no. Daddy Fresh. You understand?
Yes.
Because sometimes I used to go to Daddy Fresh's place. I used to go to Mighty Mouse's place because I like strolling, you know. So I think we used to discuss about music then, you know. But we don't have the same, I would say, the same concept.
Yeah, it's slightly different.
Yeah, it's different. Because where I came from, where I got my inspiration from, it's not the same
as theirs.
So that is why my own is different.
So will you say that's why you didn't have conflicts with them, because you had different styles?
Yeah, I don't have conflicts with them. But, I will put but. Sometimes the fans can make artists have conflict if they don't want to.
How?
Because there will be a lot of rumor. And if you don't control, if the artist don't control himself, it might get loose and they have problem.
So, just humor me. At the time that you were doing your stuff, what were the rumors that you were hearing? And this is with people that you were friendly with.
Yeah, I think apart from rumor, there was a lot of challenges then. There are some people who are jealous because they did not believe that I can break through. And they move like Black Lion. You know, they see me for night.
Right.
You know, they see me for night. But daytime, you can see me. So like when I started playing my song on the radio, they went to Ray Power and they told Kenny Ogungbe that I said they used to collect bribe. You know, that was the first attack they gave me.
So sorry to cut you short. Kenny Ogungbe comes up frequently when we are charting the course of Nigerian music.
Yeah.
And it's because they've done a lot of work in that regard.
Yeah.
So credit to Kenny Ogungbe for doing all the work that he did. But who were these people? Because Kenny Ogungbe was like the biggest platform for people that are trying to make Nigerian music. Who were the people trying to put you in a tight spot? Because if Kenny Ogungbe, felt a way about you or decided he didn't want to play your music, it would have been difficult to make that breakthrough. But who were these people? Were these people from Ajegunle?
Yes.
That you're familiar with?
Yes.
That are also musicians?
Yes.
Do I know their names?
Well, since they didn't tell me their name, there's no need for me to tell you their name.
But you find out who their names were?
Yes.
Are they people that we know?
I don't think.
Right.
But they are among the same pretty busy boys. Let me put it so. When I mean pretty busy boys, they are among the Showcase and Fresh group.
But it wasn't that the Fresh?
No.
And it wasn't Shoki?
No.
What's the relationship between you and Daddy Shoki?
We were friends.
We were friends?
Yes.
Are you still friends?
I don't hide things for now, no.
At what point was there a dissolution of your friendship with Shoki?
Yeah, there was something I posted when I feel the spirit, And that thing, I know something will go wrong in the future, but I don't know the way to say it. You understand? So I just spoke about it, and that the same Shoki posted a video. He didn't mention my name, but people know that it was me.
Is this of recent?
About a year ago, 2 years ago, sorry.
Right.
2 years ago.
And what was it that he posted? Was just something random? Because Dan Shoki does a lot of training and jogging. Was this something he did as play?
Not play. Oh.
It wasn't play.
No. This is, I would call it a kind of bullying.
Bullying?
Yes, I would call it a kind of bullying.
Right.
Look, when I made that video, it was because I don't want to go back, but
yes, it's just
yes, because of someone said he donated so and so amount, blah blah blah, and I said, the people where they donate money for, people know they see them, they don't know them. Why you not donate money for people where they suffer? And your fellow artists, during my time when I was depressed, I think I saw people tagging you. You didn't make any effort. Shoki was the one that even responded. See, if Christmas not the shame, in family the shame. I mean be Christmas now. Then I responded because me too, I don't agree say I be Christmas. I responded, I say, Christmas better pass thief.
Wow.
You go see him for YouTube now, he did there now.
Yeah. In terms of responding to one another, could you have called Shoki to say, Alaye, what's going on?
No, I don't need to call him.
You didn't feel a need to. No. Was that at the point that the friendship kind of dissolved, or you guys had not been talking for years?
No, we've been talking. I was shocked when I saw the video. And people were calling me, both in foreign and local. Yes, and local. They were calling me, said, what's happening? I said, don't worry now. Even Adame called me, the late Adame.
Yes.
Because Adame was, I think, what Ajegunle brought up. Sure, you know.
Yes, I'm aware.
She called me and she asked me so many things. She wants to be on the side of those people. Then I changed it. Come, you be small girl. Oh. Know what you want to talk. No, talk anyhow, yeah. So you later understand
where you're coming from.
Where I'm coming from. So she calmed down. She said, okay, go and redo another video and explain to the people that this is what you meant. I said, okay, I will do it because of you. But the way I did the video was a different way. Yes, I have to act like a madman too. You call me madman, I will craze for you now. If you call me a better person, I will be a better person for you. That is just life. You understand? And to me, I just want to do my day. I think you can say it here.
I
released the song.
Day or day, or
2020.
Yes.
That was when I released that job, Day or Day. It's because of what happened to me. So just Day or Day. I did my own.
So I don't want to, pry too much, but Daddy Shoki, in terms of, Nigerian music and the stature of his, is an icon, same way that you are. And what makes it troubling is that you both had a relationship for a long time. So what could have been the cause for him to react to something that was a vulnerable moment for you? For you to say, this is what I'm going through. And for somebody that has been your friend over the years, did you have a prior conversation that will make him feel like Fryo own too much? If Grace Man know the shape, people the shape. What will make him make that kind of statement?
I don't know. I told you I was surprised to see such thing. Some people feel say they be lion. But AJ, they call you king, you get the people you rule over, not me. And I cannot accept someone to be a king over me.
Just as a final one on that count, is there an opportunity? Do you feel like you and Shoki can still talk about these things, resolve whatever the problem appear to be? Because you are telling me now that you don't know where that came from, and I know that if I speak to Shoki, you probably have a thing or two to say. But do you think, given your history, given the place of the both of you in Nigerian history, is there space for you to talk about this? Maybe one-on-one, nobody needs to be there. I just iron these things out. Or you moved on?
I said, for me, I've moved on. Because if I see such a thing, I will just have it in mind that you're not existing. So I just have to move on. But still, many people, they can't rest, but I don't know why. They have money. According to them, they have money. They have but they still monitor me. They still go on social media to chat me as if they are hotel owners, to ask me how much am I going to collect for a show. Later I found out that this number that this person gave me on WhatsApp, I know this number, but I will not call name. That is how they use. But to me, I'm a free man. If you are good to me, I'm very good. I will be very good to you. You understand? That is my life. I can fight for you. I can do anything for you. That is my life. I don't play hanky-panky girl. According to my old friend in Ajegunle, I don't play agapagebe style, Right. Yeah, so we do things with reality. I'm very positive in anything I do. That is why you see me, I'm free. I know they join anything, I'm not I free myself from everything. So if I want to die, I won't think of anything. Maybe I did something bad, or I'm into this, I'm into that. I'm very free. This is my hand, my hand clean. But many of them, if you come and say their hand clean, I'm telling you the truth.
So anyway, from Denge Pose to Day or Day, that's a lifetime that you put in those years.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Denge Pose. You came in and, as you said, scattered everywhere. Till today, Denge is still slang in anywhere in Nigeria.
Yeah.
What was the movement like? Did you know when you were recording that song that I'm doing something that is going to scatter the place?
Yeah.
You knew it?
I knew it.
Did you see it in your dream? Did you?
Because how the inspiration came, I can't really explain it. But as I started recording it, I began to feel it. I began to see myself beyond where I was then. So I have so much belief that the sound will ring. If I tell you how I got to my record label, you won't believe it.
Please tell us. Tell us. We need to know.
Okay. I would say I did my first demo somewhere, Maza there.
Yeah.
So I brought it home. I played it. My mother listened to it. I said, try. She encouraged me. So, and then she was the one that was footing my bill. You understand? In the music school. So after then, I did my second demo at Three Face Music School. Then my third demo was in AVI, Ikeja. You know, I just had an opportunity then with Nelson Brown. So it was just only 35 minutes we used in programming that song, and I put in my voice. 35 minutes. So after then, I did my second track. I began to look for sponsor. With only those 2 tracks, I went to Moxon. I don't know if you know Moxon.
Oh, Moxon, yes.
He said they had gone to London. So I went to Ferlin. I don't know if you know Ferlin.
I remember
Ferlin.
Yeah.
I went to Ferlin. They took my demo, and they were doing some delay tactics because they want to release Nicogravity then.
Yeah.
So something just came into my mind, just like what I did that this man challenged me. So say, go to that your bag. There is a complimentary card there. All of a sudden they say, God, they talk to person they hear. I not believe now from the heart. Go to that place and look.
Wait, so you didn't hear a voice say, Fryo, my son?
No.
There's a bag. So you didn't hear a voice speak to you like that?
But
it came in your heart, like inspiration, like intuition.
Yes, intuition. So go to that bag. There's a complimentary card they gave you. Check that complimentary card again. Then I check it, because when they gave me that complimentary card, I thought it was a DJ complimentary card, because those days when a DJ want to design their complimentary card, they will put something like record there. So there was something like record there. So when then I go to it and checked it. So when I check it, I saw Ultima Records. I said, 121 solo. I said, how did they find these things now? Because they dropped that complimentary card for me to come and teach them in their music school, to come and teach them keyboard, how to play keyboard. So then when I went there, my friend Lucky Ulisse was the artist manager of Ultima Records. So he said, okay, Fryo, you don't come. Okay, fine. I want you at least, this is record label, and I want you to, we have a music school section here. I want you to teach them, to be their music teacher there. I said, what section? Say keyboard. Bros, not be that one come. This is my demo. Say, sound Ajegunle music. Play am first now. He said, okay, bring it. Then he took it to the director's office. So when they were playing it, the NEPA took light. So they asked me to come. I remember that day, I came on Wednesday. So they asked me to come on Saturday. So I went there on Saturday. They said, okay, let us see what they can do. So the other week, they said they have signed me. I was very happy, but I was in number 13.
So wait, they signed you as an artist
with only 2 tracks.
Only 2 tracks.
Because those days you must have 6 tracks, and they must screen you very well. But this only 2 tracks.
So it was Denge Pose.
Denge Pose and Fryo style. Romantic Bede, Baba Fryo styling in those days. So after that number 13, you brought me to number 4.
So you were number 13 on their roster?
On their roster, yes.
When they signed you, was there any exchange of value? Did they pay you a certain amount and say, oh, Fryo, now you're our artist? Or what did you get out of being signed at the time?
Yeah, I get my royalty, but...
No, so the royalty will be down the line.
No. They did not pay me anything.
They didn't pay you anything up front. So you just entered it with faith.
Yes.
Say, I've had an opportunity.
The opportunity. God bless you. So from number 13 to number 4, from number 4 to number 1. So that was when I started recording. So they asked me, who is your producer? Because they have company, their company producer. I said, no, I have my own producer. They said, okay, I should bring my producer. Then their producer and my producer will work together. I said, okay. But their producer, he failed me. Oh.
So you didn't bring your own producer?
No. Because I jumped some stories there.
Yeah.
When he listened to the music, that same producer was from Ajegunle. Olu, that's the producer's name. He gave me 35.
35.
He said I should go and sing like Buju Banton. Imagine. So I said, okay. I still keep the record till today. Wow. That 35 he gave me.
By 35, you mean the record?
Yes. That's the demo I gave them.
Yes.
So he gave me 35, not even 50 cents.
35%.
I failed.
35 is like an EF.
In short,
it's not pass.
It's not pass at all.
It's not pass.
Wow. So, but I just find out that upon the 35 he gave me, as time goes on, the company still signed me on. Because one girl came to that office when they were playing the sound. The chairman said, all this kind of Ajegunle music. The girl said, she's a government gospel artist. She said, if this music no sell, I no go come here again. Wow. I stand for this music.
And she did not know you?
She did not know me.
It's not your sister from home?
No. Wow. So that was when they started recording. So sorry, that was when they signed me on. So when I started recording, the company producer began to distract us. We want to turn that kind of music to high life. And then we love reggae music in Ajegunle. Reggae music, mama, papa, old papa, mama, that's all right. Of them, they dance reggae music then. So when we started working, he kept distracting us. Then my producer got angry. He called the chairman. Told him that if this guy continued to work with us, that he will not work again. That was how they removed that guy. Then with myself, him, and a guy called Saboj, 3 of us, we started working. At the end, we succeeded. The person they give 35 come past people where they give 100 for the same company.
Wow.
You understand? So that is life. What I'm trying to tell the people is that no matter what, every failure, be courageous. If somebody disappoints you, no feel disappointed though. Get strong mind again.
And go again.
Go again.
For you, it's been a long journey.
Yeah.
And you've had successes. You've also had low periods.
Yeah.
At those low periods, what were you telling yourself?
Well, those low periods, I still have courage because I talk to myself, advise myself that I know I was going to make it then. So I used to encourage myself because I'm the kind of person, I don't give up. I don't give up at all. I keep moving. Except I don't want to do it. If I want to do it, I keep moving. So I keep encouraging myself. That is how I think the same thing I do to my children. Yes, be always courageous. Especially when you know that this thing, you can get it. You can get it if you really want.
Right.
You understand? That's it, you're saying, brother.
Speaking of children, you've had a family life that, in as much as you want to be private, some of it had become mainstream gist, you know. So now that you're older and your children are getting older, what do you feel about your journey in marriage and in life? We know the times that things were rough, you know, and then you have a wife, you have children. What's been the transition?
Well, it's not easy to take care of a family, especially wife. We just pray, not only pray, we need to open our eyes very well, our mind to get a good wife. It's not easy to get a wife that is honest. It's not easy to get a wife that can come to your level. You understand? But if you want to enjoy yourself and your family, just take your wife the way you take your children.
How do you mean?
Just see your wife, because if you separate your wife from your children, everything she does, you will be offended. You understand? That's why you see some people, they kill themselves. The wife can do mistake, because even you yourself, you can say, okay, I don't want to do this thing, but at the end, you can do it. So, if you take your wife as part of your children, I think you can be able to enjoy everything.
Meaning,
easier.
The unconditional love that you have for your children, you need to have unconditional love for your wife as well.
Yeah.
How did you come up with this thing? Because I know that, I don't want to delve too much about things of the past, but there have been times that you were in a relationship that wasn't all the way good. And did you have this idea at the time, like, if I love this person completely like I love my kids, things will be better for us, or this person, it wasn't for me, no matter how much you tried at the time?
Yeah, so many things came into my mind. It's not easy. Like my mother now, I think he taught us some things. He say, Fryo, God create house for husband and wife to quarrel and to settle. So with that alone, you can work on that. You understand? There is no time except, look, in a family, you must have a problem. So when you have that problem, you as a man, you need to deal with it like a man, like a father, like a God.
Like a God.
Like a God.
And what if you've tried and things are just not working out the way you thought they would, as you've tried as a man, as a God? What do you do in that regard?
I think you leave everything so. You can't kill yourself. If you do too much, you cry now. That's all.
Was that what happened with the previous situation? You just left everything to God. I'm like,
yeah,
I gotta move on.
Man.
But now that what's family life for you? Are you happy when you see your wife and kids? Are you worried that am I doing enough to put them in a situation that they are fine? What's the thing?
To me, I'm happy. You understand? Because I think when I started my life with my wife and my kids, I see my kids as my mate then. It's funny. I don't see them as my children then. I see them as then I see them as my mates. But as time goes on, when they begin to mature, they say daddy, 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 daddy. Because before, when they called me, I said, call me Baba Fryo.
You won't be like Fela with that.
Call me Fryo.
Why?
I just know. That's why I say I see them like
sort of like because I saw an interview of Yeni that she did a few years ago, and she was saying that Fela didn't look at you like you were his child. He looked at you as a full, complete human being with your destiny, with your life, and that's what your own thought process. And my kids are their own creations. They're my guys.
They are my guys. So it comes to a time when I think the senior one one day just came to the parlor and said, you guys should. I said, who be guy? Me guy. That was the guy. Me guy.
Right?
The mother now said, your father guy. So that was when I changed that.
That idea.
That idea. I know. I begin to see them like my children. So now if they say daddy, I say, okay, I answer daddy. But at the same time, I have to see myself, when I mean as God, not as their almighty.
Yes.
As somebody we can tolerate so many things, that accommodate so many things. God will not see him now. Anything you tell him, you cause him, I'm send you. So
that's like the approach that is good to have a family life.
Yes.
Not because you are not a God because you want to command them.
No.
But to absorb those things that they may not even know that they are doing wrong.
Yes.
That's really deep. That's really deep. Let's talk a little about another low time. You know, you've mentioned now in our conversation that there were times that you felt depressed, you know, and it took a long time. What were the things that were taking you into that dark space?
Well, I think my son, was having this, what do they call it, it's ulcer, but there is this name they call it. I've forgotten it. So it needs operation. I think we've done the first operation, but it wasn't successful because at the time he began to feel pain again, even in the school. So he managed it for some months, and have been spending even before that lockdown until we got to the lockdown. So everything just weighed me down. I don't have to come out and air up my mind that I'm depressed. So a whole lot of people, Nigerians, both in foreign and, you know, they assisted me, you know, and I got rid of it. And I so much thank a friend called Dr. Mohammed. He really tried. He did his best. You know, there are so many people that help during that dark period, you know. There's this lady I don't know from Asaba, you know. She really tried. She foot the bill. She said, go and depress no more.
Your career has spanned nearly 30 years.
Yes.
And you said that when you signed to Ultima, they gave you your royalties down the line. What is the state of
They
your
did
royalties?
not give me anything, though.
Let me ask again.
We only signed, though.
So you signed.
Nothing.
So when Denge Pose came out,
I didn't get anything, though.
It's a lie.
Before God and man, I didn't get any. They dying.
Wow. How?
I didn't get anything. Nothing.
So as wild as that song went, that it became a
the director, the general manager and others, they formed a clique in that company. Because there was this woman, they call Madam Ultima. She sells drink on the downstairs of the office of Ultima Records. So the woman saw me a day when I was driving towards that Ultima Record. He stopped my car. He stop. I stopped. Because that woman was a Celestial Church of Christ woman. He said, Fryo, I beg, forgive me. I said, forgive you for what now?
Wow.
Okay. Now my shop, then they can't hide all your cassettes. All your cassettes in my shop, then they can't hide them.
Wow.
I said, I said, okay. Leave them, make them chop.
Wow.
We could see where the thing go carry them reach.
Wow.
So I think I will not involve the chairman because the chairman was not always around. Yes. He has his own office. So when he closed from his office, he will come down to
the studio area.
To Ultima Record itself. So, but those people use, well, let me not speak deep about that because a whole lot of things happen after they embezzle. In short, after they squander the whole money, a whole lot of things happen after them.
All of these things, did they affect you directly?
No.
Because you had moved on.
I've moved on.
But today, who owns the rights to Denge Pose, for instance?
Now, me own the right of my music.
Do you have those rights?
Yes.
So, if you were to put Denge Pose on a film, for instance, who does royalties go to?
Myself. I have the lyrics.
You must feel.
And
really
they not give me royalty. Nothing.
Not till date.
Nothing.
That's wild. But how about when you went for performances? Who was making the money from performances?
Myself.
Right. So if you go to a show now, nobody's coming to struggle with you that recorded this. Because it's been 30 years.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't have the rights at that time, by now we'll have reverted to you.
Yes.
Right. But for, icons and legends such as yourself that have done work in the past, and now that Afrobeats and Nigerian music is huge, a lot of them don't have rights to their work. A lot of them are not profiting from the work that they've done. What do you think is the way out for that?
To me, it depends on the contracts
that was signed.
Yes. You understand it now? And to me, I don't see any record label these days.
How? We have plenty record labels.
People used to put their music on the platform. Like we have different
streaming services.
So I can't say, okay, which of the record label you know now?
I know plenty now.
Like
Universal just bought Maven. Chocolicity and Warner are doing business. Who else is there? There's YBNL that does business with Empire. There is Dynamali Zone, Malian Records. There are bits and pieces all over the place.
Bros, I need to see all those ones as record labels.
As record labels.
I need to see all.
You see them as imprints, have you?
Yes.
So when you say a record label, that has a system, a structure behind it.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, do we still need record labels now?
To me, I think the way things are going now, I don't think we need it anymore. Because we have got into the digital world now.
Wow. Pardon me. Like I said, you're not senior bra. So if you are saying that we don't need record labels, what is it that young people are looking for? Baba can't sign me. Baba can't do all of these things.
All those ones, I don't call it record label now. You understand? It's just like you're signing a deal. Look, if you want to sign with a record label, it's like a ceremonial in those days. You understand? But these days, you have to bow for one person. You understand? You have to bow for one person. Okay, look at what happened with this guy. What do they call his name? Obad and whatever.
Yes.
You understand?
And
So,
Naira.
if really they have a clean record label, nobody will bully anybody now. Everybody go day in day now. If you don't want to do it again, you go. But this one is just like a click thing.
Like click?
Yes.
So most of the record labels that we have in Nigeria is just click.
To me, it's just
Baba,
click.
how far now? Baba,
How far?
I'm your boy. I'm loyal. Just sign anything.
Sign anything. Just at least push me, make people know me.
Wow.
To me, my advice is that because now we're in a digital world and we've got into another phase of music industry. It's a different thing now.
Field entirely.
It's a different field entirely. So if anybody see anyone way it can good for them, but open your eyes well, then go into it. Sign a good contract.
Having a lawyer that can vet your contract.
Yes. But how many copyright lawyers do we have in this country? How many we get now?
I was going to say, I know a few, but I just did a quick calculation in my
That's
head.
why I say how many?
I know about 10 or 15. And we have 200 million people.
200 million people. Okay, if you want to talk about house now, you have about, how many lawyers that are into lands and house property. Sure you understand.
Yeah.
But music, copyright, how many we have? Even you want to fight, somebody copy your music now. Your style of music. You don't have, even we have a lawyer self. The lawyer self, the competent to run the package. The other person can influence
this Kwekwe lawyer.
Yes, Kwekwe lawyers.
Right.
Then get rid of you.
A lot of people that came from Ajegunle back in the days, your other father something, or your daddy something, or your Baba something. Why is it that all of you were just Baba this, Baba that, Baba?
Well, some people do name themselves like the Jamaican artists. I think in Jamaican artists we have so many kind of funny names. We have the Rankins, we have the Daddy, you know, but there is no Baba there.
That's right.
You understand? That's why I came up with Baba Fryo.
So that's why you are the first to use Baba something in Nigerian music.
Baba Fryo.
Baba Fryo.
Yes.
How does that make you feel looking back? Do you feel like, yeah, I did something? Or do you feel like I could have done more, or I came at the wrong time?
Well, everything happened at the right time. Because if I say it's the wrong time, well, everything happened at the right time. You understand? Because what if I don't release the music and someone else release it? Someone else even want to release it now. That the same person was the one that got to rape power to tell Kenny Ogungbe.
This person that we are not saying his name.
You will one day you will hear his name.
You don't want to tell me now?
Yeah, no one tell you now, but you will hear his name. You know,
right?
And God know how he does it. The way people understand God, me I don't know, but me get my own understanding. There is something you do, nothing will happen to you. There is something you do, you don't go scot-free.
With the success of Nigerian music over the last few years, how does that make you feel?
Yes, make me feel great. Because, you know, Nigerian music in those days was not as these days. Now, Nigerian music is everywhere. When you go to Ghana, Nigerian, no matter how, even Ghana, they shout that Nigerian music is still number one. Trust me. Now, even the Americans, they knew that Nigerian music is as far as I know, our music is number one. Play your kind of music, we will play within the better. That's why even the Jamaican, they love Nigeria because they know Nigerian, they are hardworking people. So I still beat my chest that Nigerian music today is number one. They are making good progress. I'm proud of them.
You are proud of them?
Yeah.
You don't feel like some are not representing Nigeria well, or some are just dragging us back?
You see, that's why I say, let me go back. I say we get Chris Man for everywhere. You don't expect everybody to be good or nice. Some come with whack lyrics and they will rain. You come with whack lyrics, whack talks. They will still rain, but still you appreciate them because they are still moving the music industry. You understand?
And that's your approach to it?
Yes.
You are proud of everybody that is doing Nigerian music, whether we agree with their lyrics or their behavior or not.
Yes.
But you are proud of how far they've taken the Nigerian music.
Yes. To a very high level.
Spoken like a real Baba. Baba Fryo.
Bless up.
I appreciate it.
Bless up.
Thank you for spending your time with us this afternoon on this
Thank you very much.